This show is brought to you by PPR Capital Management. Did you know there's a way to invest passively in real estate and get monthly income without dealing with tenants, maintenance, or property management? If you're an accredited or high net worth investor, you can earn cash flow without the headaches by investing in a private equity real estate fund. PPR Capital Management. With nearly $1 billion in assets under management, PPR has provided investors with steady, truly passive monthly income since 2007 without ever missing a payment. To learn more, check out pprcapitalmanagement.com/birds today. That's pprcapitalmgmt.com/birds. Welcome back to Between the Vines. We are in Kennett Square today with the Wayvine, with our friends at Wayvine at their new tasting room in the borough here. Kennett, beautiful place. What's up, Trey?
Hey, chilling, man. Happy Thanksgiving to you.
Yes, it was a happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah, it was a good Thanksgiving.
You had a great time?
Yeah, I had a good time.
What did you cook? Did you guys do all the traditional?
Nah, we just kept it simple, man. We order a turkey from Oprah's favorite list, and and then there you go. I cook some sides, and then we get on through it. We keep it simple. Yeah. How about yourself?
We effectively hit the turkey menage a trois this year.
Okay.
So turkey 3 ways. We roasted it. My wife, we did the marinade. Put it in a brine. She roasted it, stuffing, traditional,
Okay.
And then I fried one.
Okay.
In the peanut oil, got it nice and hot, injected it with a bunch of butter and seasonings. That was delicious.
Okay.
And the following day, we had another turkey that was thawed and didn't let it go to waste. So what I did was I mixed a bunch of butter and buffalo sauce, like hot sauce together, melted it up, and injected it all in the turkey. So it was like a buffalo turkey.
Yeah.
And then I spatchcocked it, cut the spine out, threw it on the smoker for like 6 hours.
Okay.
Took it out. Amazing.
Okay.
It was better than all 3 of them.
That's awesome, man. That's having the experience.
Yeah. We did it right.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
But we also got dumped on. We were in northern Michigan and we got like 12 inches of snow. So we got the winter wonderland experience also.
Hey, but then there you go. That's because once everybody gets away from Thanksgiving, they want to start celebrating Christmas. You're pulling out the Christmas trees and getting ready for that season. So that's all good.
Did you guys put the tree up?
Yes, we put the tree up. Yeah, tree is up, decorations are up. Oh, yeah, the missus wasn't playing.
I didn't even get home till yesterday.
Yeah, well, my son was home from school, so, Tristan was home, so it was cool having everyone in the house. Yeah, you did the holiday let's just go ahead. Yeah, it's a holiday thing, man. Pull all the Christmas decorations out. Let's get it.
We're behind now. We got pumpkins up in our house still. I was FaceTiming my brother the other day, and he has his Christmas tree up already, and I was like, oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
We got to get going.
Yeah, you got work to do. All
right. Well, anyway. Dude, so we're celebrating an amazing win by the Eagles. We dominated the Ravens down in Baltimore, right? Which I don't know if we've ever won in Baltimore.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember.
That. I think this is the first time that we won in Baltimore.
I've played down there before. I remember playing against my classmate Peter Boulware down there maybe once or twice. But I can't remember if we won or lost.
I know that we went down there with Kevin Cobb one year.
Okay.
And we lost.
Oh, okay.
Tough game. And that was when we started.
Well, Kevin Cobb, I was here then?
I don't think you were.
Yeah, I don't know. I played one time with Kevin Cobb, but that was, but anyway.
Ed Reed took one to the house on us. I did I always thought I would be able to chase him down, and I dove and missed.
A pursuit angle?
Yeah,
it failed you.
Yeah, it failed. But anyway, let's get this cheers rolling.
Yeah, man.
It was a clean, hard-fought football game. Both teams were good teams. There's no turnovers, right? The ball hit the ground a couple times, but I don't think there was any turnovers.
Yeah, I don't think there were any turnovers in the game. I'm not really sure.
Which was a clean ball game.
Yeah, it was a clean ball game.
You're going to see, the best team is going to win here.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And then also, one other thing. Yeah. My son just signed to Lehigh University, man.
Yeah.
Jake. Jake. He just signed a 4-year scholarship to Lehigh University, man.
That's amazing.
Awesome, man.
That's got to be a big weight. The last one out the house?
Yeah.
4 years taken care of.
My youngest one, man. You know what I'm saying? So cheers to my son, Jake, man.
Yeah.
And congratulations.
Great job, Jake.
Yeah.
Cheers.
But yeah, man.
So we're drinking the Merlot right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice. It's got some body to it.
Yeah.
A little peppery.
Especially for the weather that's outside right now. It's a little chilly, so Merlot, it has warms you up a little bit. Yeah.
Hit some of that holiday spirit.
Yeah, and then I love this wine bar here. It's a really cool tasting room.
Yeah, the vibe in here is awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Do you guys do food in here too?
No, we do not, but there's plenty of food options.
But you can order whatever from around here? Yeah, so strictly wine, beer. You do cocktails too, huh?
Yes.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
So it's like a bar.
Mm-hmm.
The higher end, none of the cheap stuff.
Yeah, this high end bar.
Yeah.
And then you got downtown. You know, I haven't been out to Kennett Square yet, like this, but this is really cool. Like it seems like a really cool atmosphere here.
Known for the mushrooms.
Okay.
You know, Kennett's like a mushroom capital. Yeah, there's a lot of mushroom farmers around.
All right,
there's a great community here, very supportive. Couldn't ask for a better place to set up a second shop.
Yeah. Okay.
That's awesome. And there's a food scene down here that's emerging.
Okay.
Even with good food scene, you're gonna see good wine bars.
Absolutely.
Stuff like that.
Yeah.
So you should come down and check it out.
Yeah.
It's not far from Philly at all.
No.
Not far from Westchester either. So.
No, easy drive. Really easy drive.
So, dude, what stood out to you in this game? Because this was a match, dude. This was a big test for us.
I think that when you go back, and I just went back and just watched this game again, and I watched the all 22. I think one of the things that really just jump out at you is just Jalen Carter, dude, the way he plays. Like, man, there is a lot of stuff that you don't necessarily will end up on the stat sheet, but his presence on that field is like top notch, dude. Like he is always somewhere near the play. And he's the type of player that if he's there, he's going to let you know by bumping you or just, you know what I'm saying, doing something.
Somebody and just give him a
give him a little shoulder.
Walk by a kicker, give him a shoulder, just let him know. That,
whatever it is, running back.
Untouchable.
Yeah, dude, like, you know, there was a screenplay that went to his side. First of all, you saw the one play that was a tackle for a loss that was earlier in the game where everybody shot down. They had a receiver coming in motion. He backsided the tackle, made a tackle for a loss. Like, dude, sack on the quarterback. And then there was a screenplay that ran to the right where he just took his man, saw that it was a screen coming, and took on a double team. And even though he didn't make the tackle, he was very responsible for, you know, stopping that play, dude. Like that cat, man, the way he is playing right now, dude, if he stays healthy, he'll be the best defensive tackle that's ever put on midnight green, dude.
He could be one of the best to ever do it.
Oh, like, dude, he is nasty.
Stay healthy and stay motivated.
Yeah, he is nasty. But I think the way he plays, though, it's not something that you don't have to fake this. You know what I'm saying? It's not.
Yeah, it's not like a. It's just who he is.
It's just who he is.
He's a disruptor.
Yeah, this isn't an act. It's not.
It's not like all of a sudden he's going to get paid.
And then he stopped being this. You know, like there was a play where Baltimore jumped off sides. It was a false start. And you could tell, like, you know how once in line when the whistle blows, you know, everybody kind of stand up and just like, all right, they got us. Jalen Carter came up and still jabbed that guard into the chest just to let you know, just to, take that, you know, and the guy just walked away from it. But it just kind of sets the tone for the demeanor of this defense. And, you know, so when you ask me, like, what jumps out? Jalen Carter, man. Oh,
Jalen Carter definitely.
On the defensive side of the ball, he's crazy.
Yeah. What jumped out to me was, you know, Baltimore had some success passing the ball against our secondary. And they have a good receiving core. They were spreading it around, finding some gaps, doing that little over-under game that they play. But the fact that we had given up some success against this and we didn't crumble, and we were able to like regroup and really like shut it down towards the end. And, you know, some of our guys got beat. Some of them, you know, were in position, but the other guys made a great play. It's really easy to like crumble when things aren't going your way, especially when we've been playing so well. But we were able to see the adversity in the back end and still like deliver a win. You know? And basically it was a game of two good teams that were just chipping at each other. And if you stayed to the game plan, you kept the course, you were eventually going to see success. You know what I mean? They were shutting down Saquon early. You know, they were making some plays in the run game. They were squeezing the back end and not really respecting the keep. And they were making some plays. What they were doing is I feel like they were like, okay, the line of scrimmage is moving. So let's just go ahead and we'll be able to get it from the backside because the whole line of scrimmage is moving. So there's a short path right there. And so once they saw that, they did that a few times and we were able to adjust. And really what we did, the defense gave us the opportunity on offense to be patient and just keep chunking. Even though we got behind, I was just really pumped with how this game turned.
Yeah. I thought they played well, man. This team, what they're doing is like, you come out there and you dominate the teams that you were supposed to dominate. And then when there's a game like Baltimore, everybody is like, all right, man, this is going to be their test. And they came out there and they passed it. They played with an aggressive tone. You got Derrick Henry out there, that you have to be aggressive and get after him before he gets going. Because if not, he will add one of your secondary players to a highlight reel. You know what I'm saying? With the stiff arm.
Instead, he got on one of our secondary highlights.
Man.
What?
Yeah, and Cooper DeJean, man. Cooper DeJean.
Have you heard the rap yet? The song? Have you heard the song yet?
I have not.
I can't even call it a rap.
Yeah. By CJ?
To Billie Jean.
I haven't listened to it yet. Because everybody's been making up a song now. It's all kind of songs, you know what I'm saying, that's out. You got Big Monty that made a song about, I don't know. It's all kind of songs being posted.
Everybody can put their song out there now.
Yeah.
You don't need a record label or a radio station.
I'm going to record and have somebody beatbox, and then there we go. I have a song.
Do you have any interest in making a song?
No, I have none. No.
Yeah? What kind of vibe would you be? Like a Luther Vandross?
No, definitely not a Luther Vandross.
Like a Barry White?
No,
you're not into the smooth.
No, nothing smooth. If we're gonna make a football song, you got to be a little aggressive.
Okay, so you like
MJGA ball or something like that. Something a little bit more aggressive. That was during my era of playing. Something, something a little bit more aggressive. But I think that, man, this team. Yeah, they're just playing well, man. They're playing really good. And you go back and now you look at just what Jalen Carter's doing. Milton Williams is being an animal. Even Jordan Davis. A lot of people, was like, all right, Jordan Davis, is this near being a bust? But when you go back and you watch the film and you see there was one time where they tried to run, I don't know what it was, a power or something. But Jordan Davis, Milton Williams, and all of them, they did everything up. Yeah. And that was it. So you might not be the guy that's jumping off the stat sheet because you have all of these tackles, but you're doing your job and you're doing your job well, and that's just on the defensive front.
Yeah, that's like team defense.
Yeah.
Baum playing another outstanding game, dude. Had some big plays. The defense is on fire right now.
Yeah, they're playing really well.
Tested, and they came out looking great.
Yeah, and you knew that this was going to be a test, and it's all about getting that line, the defensive line up to par and doing their thing, and then the linebacker play, man. I think when you go back and you look at Baum and then N'Kobe, man, though, like they go out there and they make plays. It's sometimes you saw one time where they had an outside zone. And they trusted their technique, shot the gap before they could get blocked. And then now there you go. You shut Derrick Henry down before he gets going. And that's the key. Yeah, when you got somebody that's that type of back.
Yeah.
You better get on them quick.
It was like a heavyweight match between him and Saquon going back and forth. And one of them's going to pop it. And then the other one needs to be contained.
Yeah.
And we ended up with the guy.
Yeah.
Saquon proving his case to be like an MVP candidate this year.
Dude, like Saquon right now. The way he's reading the offense is amazing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that, first of all, the offensive line has been playing on a whole nother level. When you can sit out there and you can run the ball the way they've been running the ball. They had 33 runs compared to 11 passes. You know what I'm saying? 33 runs. No, my bad. I'm sorry. 33 runs compared to 19 passes. There were only 19 passes called in this game.
I love that, dude.
Dude,
when we played for Marty, bro, we were airing that thing out like 65, 70 times a game.
Listen, you had to be able to pass protect, because we were airing it out. 4th and 1, third and 2. Oh man, we might be going sprint right, or it might be a 5-7 step drop. Which one you want,
Absolutely.
Yeah, but I mean, to go back and you look at this game plan where you have 19 passes compared to 33 runs, man, that's just leaning on the group that's up front.
I don't remember a run-oriented Eagles team that was this heavy run-oriented. But I love it. I mean, dude, you go out and you get the marquee player to put him in your backfield. This is exactly what people wanted to see. They want to see that money spent being used appropriately, and they want to see what they thought was going to happen by a move by the organization like come to fruition and actually happen.
Yeah.
And that's what we're seeing. It's awesome to see.
Yeah. I mean, you know, you go back and you look at just the way this group is creating movement. I mean, they are knocking the center of that defensive front. They are knocking that group back at least 2 to 3 yards. And Saquon, I feel, has done a really good job of working the timing of it where he's patient. And then when he hits it, he goes, you know, and I think he's reading what the offensive line is doing really well.
Yeah, you know what? One thing that I'm noticing amongst the offensive line also is that when we get to second level, we're not just covering guys up. You know what I mean? They're delivering a blow. So, like, there's a big difference between, you know, if I was a linebacker having a guard come up on me and he just kind of tried to, like, get his hands on me and hold me rather than, you know, all I got to do is try to get his hands off me and make a play.
Yeah.
But, like, when you're coming up and you're thinking, okay, I got this guy coming at me, and he delivers a blow where you're going backwards 2 to 3 yards, and then you have to regather yourself and try to avoid him after that and then make a play. That's totally different. That gives your running back an extra 2 to 3 yards at the second level each time.
Yeah. I think when you start doing position blocking, you start trying to tell the running back which way to run.
Yeah.
Instead of just run through the defender.
He needs to read you.
Yeah, just run through the defender. Don't worry about trying to gather yourself and try to form up to the block, because if not, if that linebacker plays downhill, you're getting knocked back or whatever you're trying to position. Instead of just run through the guy, and then now the running back will make a decision from there. And one of the things that these guys are doing, like you said, you know,
bully ball, dude.
They're playing bully ball, but then they stay on their tracks. And I think that one of the things that's really good when you're talking about the position blocking versus just run through, when you're in that run through mentality, if any stunts or anything go on, you just stay on track.
So, yeah, that's a great point, because one thing that I did when I would get out on space that was not good, you know, is like I would overrun a guy, and like if he went back behind me, I'd be like, whoa, and I'd spin back and I'd try to cover him up. But like, he's either going to make the play or he's taking himself out of it. So I should have just stayed on my track and get the next guy in the lane.
Exactly.
You know, or leave him for somebody behind me. But what that does is that takes away a lead blocker for the back and also kind of wastes you on somebody that took themselves out of the play.
Yeah.
You know?
And I think that that's one of the things that this line is doing really well. When it's a zone run, and if there's any game, any backside shoulder, anything they stay on track, keep pressing to the next level, and Saquon is just reading it perfectly. Because that's the thing, and what I don't understand is why they feel like Saquon is a cutback running back. No, he's not a cutback running back. Like every time he hits it, he's staying front side and he's going. And everybody tries to backdoor this line, and it's like, all right, well, we're just going to keep pressing that front angle. And it's much easier to create movement when you're operating forward, and then Saquon just gets behind it, rides the wave, and then boom. And then now you add in a couple of times where Jalen Hurts will pull it and get you to 6, 7, 8 yards.
Yeah. No, I mean, dude, the run game is spectacular right now. And I feel like it's the nuances the stout one like is focusing on, because like you don't just happen to get 5 guys that play the same way where they just stay on track and just get whatever gets in their way. It's like a rolling pin. You know what I mean? Like a rolling pin, part of a rolling pin doesn't stop if it missed part of it. It just keeps on going. Yeah. And like that has to be taught. Like, you know what I mean? And so that's, dude, kudos to you, Stout. Dude, these guys they're getting what you're throwing down, and it's showing on film.
Yeah, I think right now, because I mean, I tell everybody, and I will down this hill. When you start talking about Coach Stout and run combination blocks, he's one of the best in the business. You know, he's one of the best in the business. And man, when you got a running back and you got Coach Stoutland in there scheming up stuff that's telling you guys, hey, look here, just keep pressing, keep pressing. And then, you know, running back will get there and go. Because you even look back, you go back and you look at the first run play where it was just a quick little, you pulled Mekhi to the left. So it was a nice little, I don't know. To me, anytime you pull the backside guard, I call it a power. You know what I'm saying? Some people call it trap, whatever. I don't care. You had a double team, and then you had a pulling Mekhi coming back to the left. And Saquon's patience to hit that right between the pulling guard in the center.
Yeah.
You know, like, you know what I'm saying? That's hard to defend.
Yeah, he's able to read that. I know. Well, dude, that's something that is special about running backs, like the good ones.
Mm-hmm.
They're not always hitting a whole full blast.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I know that in college or high school, they're teaching these backs to like, you better hit the line hard. You gotta be full speed by the time you're at the line. But that's not always the case because different things happen up front, and it takes time for that to develop. You know what I mean? And so a patient, I always think back to this when I think of patient running backs. Do you remember when we went to Chicago and we played against Matt Forte, and their grass was like extra long.
Okay.
It was extra slippery, and it was kind of like sleeting, and it was a gross weather game, right?
Yeah.
But I just remember watching Forte ran all over us because he was so patient, and like he wasn't trying to make like quick cuts. He would like run to a spot, gently slow down, and then everybody would go flying by him, and then he would just go the other way.
Yeah.
And so it's like that type of patience that you're able to take advantage of your surrounding, everything around you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And, I mean, he's just doing it at an extremely high level, man. Saquon has been, everything is advertised. I mean, he is a great back. You know, this offensive line, to me, right now, they're playing at a level, because I always felt like, you know, that 2017 offensive line was the best offensive line that's ever been in the Eagles franchise. The team that won the Super Bowl, that offensive line, and I carry myself very high in my own mind. You know what I'm saying? But
we just could never get it right, bro.
Yeah, but one of the things that I can say is that 2017's performance in the Super Bowl, that offensive line, goes down for me as one of the best offensive line performances I've ever seen from a group for the Eagles.
So that's Lane Brooks, Kelsey, Isaac, and
you have Vinny.
Jordan.
No, you had Vitae at left tackle.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, Vitae at left tackle, number 72. We won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's right.
My number won a Super Bowl. Yeah.
Did my number win? I don't know if there was 79 on the roster.
No, I don't think so. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Vinny. VT went out there and won a Super Bowl. But anyway, though, I felt like that was one
Keegan.
of the.
Keegan, change your number.
Who's that?
He's on the roster. 79. If 79's never won a Super Bowl, then we're in trouble. Oh no, Brandon Brooks was 79.
Yeah, Brandon
Brooks.
Brooks.
Better 79.
And I mean, he won it. Yeah, so there you go. So 79 won the Super Bowl. We were out there.
Yeah.
The number was represented.
We were out there.
But to me, I hold that offensive line's performance as like one of the best when I look at Eagles offensive line. Now, I think that right now, the way this group is playing, man, if they keep, they're
playing good.
To me, I'm almost like, man, this group right here might be the best I've ever seen.
Well, I think that this is probably one of the best group of run blockers that I've ever seen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think that they're already ranking there. And we've had some good, but it's the cherry on top of the back they're blocking for too. You know what I mean? Like, we had some great backs. Like, don't get me wrong, Shady.
Yeah, it's Shady, Westbrook. He had really great backs.
Great backs.
But that wasn't our offense back then.
Right. But with our offense, we were airing it out. We were throwing the ball. We run it 20, maybe 15 times a game. You know what I mean?
What? That's high.
No, that was on a good day.
That was a really high call.
I always said if we ran the ball 20 times, we were going to rush for over 100 yards, and more than likely we were going to win that game. And usually when we won the game, I'd go in and I'd check that out, and it all checks out.
All right. Well, yeah, we were going to pass, I think, at least 70-80%.
Yeah, we were
but
yeah, it's a different offense.
Yeah, it's a different offense.
This offense is built around running because that is the strength of this offense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we have great receivers, great receiving core, really good tight end. You know what I mean? And they make plays. But it's not a passing offense. I don't feel like we're built to live off of the pass.
Yeah.
We're built to live off of the run.
Even though you have receivers where if you wanted to,
well, they'll make plays.
You could.
They'll make plays.
Yeah, I mean, I think that when you look at where you got A.J. Brown, you got Slim that get out there, and then when you mix in these tight ends, even though you got Dallas that just went down, but then you got Kyle Katera, you got guys out there that can make plays, you know, that can help spread out the defense. But I think that the way this offense is just perfectly balanced for A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith to be extremely successful when it comes to passing, because now, you know, you take a lot of pressure off the quarterback when he only has to worry about throwing 19 passes.
Well, if you think about
that's
the game,
awesome.
I mean, Saquon was having a little struggle getting it going early. You know, I mean, they were good defense, and then you know, we're able to keep it with Hurts and open it up a little bit, or we're able to start dotting AJ on those crossing routes, and then now we're moving the ball, and then Saquon, we keep laying on it. Like, this offense complements each other so well. Like, it's hard to stop it. You know what I mean? There's so many different ways. As long as we stay the course, stay the game plan, and don't get crazy with our play calling and panic. You know what I mean?
And I think that's one of the things when you say, okay, the RPO has been extremely important to our offense, which I think is good, because that's just a testament to the running game. That when you can go out there and say, if I can make you put an extra guy in a box and open a receiver up on the back end, that makes it my offensive game plan a lot easier.
Is this illegal man downfield thing just something that we don't address, and you just say, keep doing what you're doing because I don't want to take any of your aggressiveness off of the run game?
Yeah.
Just keep doing what you're doing.
Just keep going.
If they call you for it,
all right,
we'll come back and we'll whatever.
Yeah, because anytime you have an RPO and you got an illegal man downfield, it's just because the quarterback was a little slow getting rid of the ball. Hey, get rid of the ball quicker.
Yeah.
You know, that's the fix.
Or your offensive lineman was uncovered with free access, you know.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Just know that, all right, hey, man, you don't have anybody on you, so just slow down, you know. But you still have to keep that same action going, because that's what pulls the linebackers and safeties in so that you can get that throw over the top.
So you're right. So okay.
What?
So this game was, like, really big for the Eagles because it seems to have swung the perspective of Sirianni, the Eagles. Like, they're now a Super Bowl contender, maybe a Super Bowl. They're one of the favorites to come out of the NFC here, right? And it wasn't that long ago when even you and I were sitting here, you know, bad-mouthing Sirianni, the decisions
I never
he was
bad-mouthed
making.
him.
Well, I did. Well,
I never bad.
We were questioning the decisions he was making.
I did not bad-mouth.
We're not bad-mouthers.
No.
But people were thinking he was an idiot. Like, you're mismanaging this team. You have all this talent, and now it's all come together, and he's the man. Oh. And I am guilty of this.
Yeah,
he's the man, dude. I mean,
Sirianni,
it's going well. Let me ask you this real quick before you get into that. Is this game fool's gold? Because Justin Tucker, right, their kicker, he left like 7 points on the field, right?
Okay.
And so if he hits every kick that he took, we lose. And he's usually 100% kicker like that. Like, that's that guy. He's automatic. So
he missed.
All right. I just don't want to be like get fooled
I don't think it's fool's gold. I think that this
gold.
team,
like, I don't know, we won the game and the game's played that way because things like that happen. But, like,
I mean, you on your home field, you need to make those kicks. I mean, it just is what it is.
We won the game.
We won the game. You know, I don't think it's fool's gold. You know, I think that this team is playing they're playing really good football. And
they're playing good football, and I didn't want to take anything away from them. But, you know, that is something to not, you know, like, we meet the Ravens in the Super Bowl, and their kicker makes all their kicks.
I think that even but by the time, hopefully in the Super Bowl, we got all our weapons too. Yeah. You know, we played this game without Devontae.
Right.
You know, you had Dallas go down at some point. You know, so you know, I mean, that's a game of football. And, you know, I really think that at the end of the day, that this team did what they had to do to get a win. This was a very impressive win. You know, and it should be celebrated. Yeah. And you know, and I think that just when you talk about Sirianni, I think that Sirianni, he has done a really good job of responding to his players and getting his players to play for him and to bring back that family energy that everybody kind of vibes off of. This team is way better when they play like that. And that was one of the things that Doug Peterson did with the 2017 team, where it felt more like a family. You know, the energy around the team was good. It was always positive. And that's what you see right now. And I think Sirianni, you know, he kind of overstretched a couple times, but he's all right.
Let me make a little thing here. Why people are so hot and cold with Sirianni, and I think that this could be accurate. We're drinking the Carmine, by the way,
which I enjoy. Yeah. It's a beautiful red.
Always great.
Yeah.
I like Sirianni, and I feel like a lot of people do right now too. Yeah. But he seems very he doesn't seem like a head coach of an NFL. He seems very average Joe-ish. Like he seems like one of us, or not like like one of the guys that people can relate to. Like, hey, look at that guy from the neighborhood is coaching the Eagles now. You know what I mean? Like he seems like very, I don't know what, like not like he's been this guy that's been coaching for his years and he's just like pecked and climbed his way all the way to the top, right? He seems like kind of like somebody that was there, right? Mm-hmm. So when it's not going well, it's easy to be like, hey, get this clown out of there. I could do as good of a job as this. You know what I mean? But like when he's going good, it's really easy to get behind him because he's that story of a guy, like one of us. He's made it. You know what I mean? So I feel like that's why it's really easy to be hot and cold with Sirianni because he seems like one of us.
And then he just does stuff though.
But that's why, like, you know what I'm saying? Anybody put in that situation is gonna.
But sometimes he just does
stuff. Why though?
Because I think that's the problem, because it's like, all right, we want to love you, and then
one of us.
Yeah, and then he'll go and do something that's like, all right, all right.
If I was watching, dude, if there was a camera on me for an entire Eagles game, there would be something that I do that people don't like, probably. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. Like, but he just, I guess because of the interaction with the fans.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then, I think that has definitely painted a negative picture. And then the shaving of the head, which I think did well. First of all, the flower speech. The flower speech was quite confusing because I think that threw everybody off.
Wait,
it was a whole lot of Gabe Kapler. It reminded a lot of people of Gabe Kapler.
What's that?
The flower speech.
What's the flower speech?
Oh, you don't remember when Sirianni gave the speech about a flower and soil? And, dude.
I thought you were talking about like Three Amigos, like El Guapo. He gave like a flower speech.
No. Sirianni gave a speech that was about the flower and the soil and the roots and that flower sprouting or something. It was,
Yeah, you got to know.
You know what? You have to go back and check out the story about the flower. You know what I'm saying? Because it had me pondering, like, what? Okay,
so this is like one of those speeches he gave to the team, or is it a press conference?
It was a team thing that kind of got out.
Leaked it.
Yeah, that probably was recorded because they were like, you know what? Hey, he's gonna be on his bag. He's gonna be in his bag on this one. So let's make sure we record it.
Yeah,
we
can leak this out.
Yeah, we're gonna leak this out. But it was a
make
speech.
Sure we get this private moment on.
Yeah, because I remember I was in Bradenton when I heard about the flower speech, and I remember walking along the waterway that I was down at in Bradenton and trying to figure out, like, okay, was I the soil? Was I the roots, or was I the stem? Was I the petals in this equation here? But to me at the time, I'm like, how can a team respond to this? But it seems like the guys have definitely responded. Like he does whatever he has to do.
I would say, in terms of the metaphor, we would be the roots.
Yeah.
All former players are roots because a flower regrows every year with a new team, and then once the former players, the nutrients are down into the soil of the roots.
Yeah, I guess I was trying to figure out what my phase was during my time as a player.
Well, when you were a player, you were part of the plant.
Yeah, so I was the stem.
You were offensive line, definitely a foundational piece.
Yeah, foundational piece that's going to hold everything together.
Yeah.
So it's a stem.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, but the speech, it seemed like it went over well. But
thorny stem, definitely a thorny stem.
Yeah, a thorny stem.
Yeah. a natural defense.
Yeah, a rose stem. Yeah, like what I'm saying. Yeah, it's thorny. But I
like to think that I was a leaf. Like I was a little more flash, like out there, like providing nutrients.
Yeah, like, just taking in the sun,
echoing your call, like or the call out to you, just transferring. Nutrients.
You were transferring information to me. Yeah. Okay, so you were more of the leaf.
Yeah, I like to wear like the armbands and be a little more flashy.
Okay. And then you were receiving information.
They called it swag back in our day. I don't know what they called it anymore.
I don't know, man. We can't keep up with what these kids are saying nowadays. But okay, leaf, all right. And then accordingly.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you were a stem, so you were there longer than me, and so I guess I eventually became a stem, and there was other flashier leaves around.
Yeah, other flashier leaves. That's the progression of it. You start off as a leaf. And then you move on down to a stem.
Yeah, eventually you become old, dirty roots.
Yeah, you become other nutrients.
Yeah.
But,
I'm going to check out this speech.
Yeah, the speech, like, they said the speech was very, but I think he does, whatever he's doing, the team is responding. And I don't think it should be anything to knock down, let that man do what he needs to do to get these guys ready to play because it's working. And I think that having BG in there as well, that's only going to help with just the energy that you need to get guys going. Because, sometimes, man, you show up to the game, and, sometimes...
It's tough to get it going. Yeah, tough to get it going.
Sometimes, like, every game day isn't where you wake up and, like, I can't wait to go kick some ass.
You go hot tub, cold tub, and then you're like, I better do it again.
Just something, or just mentally, you know what I'm saying? You're just trying to get your mind right, ready to play. But I think that, I hate seeing BG go down. But I think that having that type of presence in the locker room will help with that. You know what I'm saying? Where he's like that ammonia cap in the locker room that kind of helps snap everybody out of it and get ready to go to war.
Well, that's the thing. I spoke to BG a couple weeks ago before his injury, and he was telling me how, I think I told you, how he needs to quit talking so much crap because it's tiring him out. He can't make plays anymore. So not anymore.
No.
He can talk all he wants on the sidelines. So, yeah, he doesn't even got to conserve any energy.
Yeah, and then he can talk his guys up.
Yeah, exactly. Get them hyped to go out there.
Yeah, and I think especially when you have a team like this, when you got guys that's been down, I think his presence is going to be very positive on the sideline.
Yeah, there's two ways guys can always go when something like this happens. They can be like, they can just fade off and be like non-existent and just go off and heal, and then they come back like hey, I'm back, right? What I miss, But then there's guys like, I feel like usually linemen are guys that are kind of in there grinding, staying in the meetings, guys that just are still around, still feel that they can contribute even though they're not playing.
Yeah.
BG is definitely one of those guys. He's not going anywhere.
Absolutely. But okay, wait a minute. We got to talk about this, especially since we're talking about some of our guys. So you had the Michigan and Ohio State game.
Oh, right? Yeah. You saw our guy?
Yeah, man.
Flagman.
Yeah, Flagman. All right. So...
I love Jason, dude.
And I guess it had been a thing. So, big upset. Michigan gets the win.
Huge upset,
Huge upset.
Go blue.
Go blue, huge upset. Jason is a sideline reporter for the team.
Yes, he does.
Which is awesome.
CBS Radio, I think.
I'm not sure what his role is, which network he's on.
Yep.
But he's there, and he's on the sideline.
Yeah.
Next thing because I didn't see, like, I was doing an event with the Eagles that morning with a flag football thing out in and right around the corner from here. And so I didn't get, when I got home, the missus was like, did you see what happened with the Michigan game? And I'm like, nah, I didn't see it. I let it go. And then I had an Eagles event the next day. And then they were like, hey, did you see Jason Avant in the middle of the field? So I'm like, well, that was Jason Avant that was in the middle of this fight? Yeah. So I Googled Jason Avant, and it immediately pulled up Michigan flag. So I pulled it up, and then there's a video of Jason Avant in the middle of the field fighting. Well, not fighting.
No, he was just getting the flag.
He was getting the flag.
He was being Jason Avant.
He was securing.
You could tell he was like, hey, man, don't disrespect our flag.
Yeah.
Hey, that's not cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They're trying to take the flag.
Yeah.
And that, and so these kids, you got these kids.
Man, I wouldn't have done that. I'm just saying. But it opened my eyes up to a whole new scenario, like of these after game brawls, right?
Yeah.
So like, there's all sorts of people down there that aren't like on the team.
Yeah. It's gonna go so sideways.
All sorts of media people down there, and you don't know whether he is like an assistant coach, a trainer, anything. He's all covered up. He's got Michigan gear on, and he's got a flag. He could have got pummeled,
dude. Like, it was so bad. And you saw like the kids, and they're shoving him. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, dude, and I know, we're like, you know what, man, I'm an old head, dog. Yeah, I used to play the game. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But dog, these are kids that are like in their early 20s.
Testosterone is high.
Testosterone is through the roof. They've been drinking all kind of pre-game drinks. Well, energy is through the roof. And they may not have played. So you got all this bottled up. You know what I'm saying? And you're out there trying to grab the flag, and these kids shoving you, and I'm like, dog, Jason, what are you doing, man?
Retreat.
Yeah, dog, and they were shoving it, and you saw them where every shove, they were creating space. And it was like the coach was there to like, dog, you look, I ain't let these kids whoop your ass. Dog.
There was a lot of fights.
There was a lot of fights,
right? But like, so here. All right, let's bring it back to the show. Mm-hmm. Trey, you are down at Florida State, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where's Tallahassee?
Yeah, Tallahassee.
You're down in Tallahassee. What's the stadium? What is the stadium?
It's Doak Campbell.
Doak Campbell Stadium, right? Okay,
yeah.
You're on the sidelines. You're not working for the team or anything like that. You're down there as an alumni, right? You guys just get beat by
University of Florida. It happened for our game.
Okay. Were they out there planting the flag in the midfield?
They did it.
They did. Did you happen to walk? Was there a brawl? All the stuff.
Well, no. I'm just saying this happened this past weekend.
Okay, so you weren't there. Okay.
No, I wasn't there for that. No.
I was saying, like, if this flag was on the ground being like desecrated in front of you as an alumnus, would
I'm
you
not going out there.
What am I doing?
Hey,
give me that flag.
Yeah, what am I doing out there? Like, why am I going out there on the field? Like that has nothing to do with me.
University of Michigan, school pride up here.
Yeah, I'm not running out there.
University school pride down here. All right, the alumnus.
Yeah, what am I running out there on the field getting in the mix?
Is lower.
What am I doing getting in the scrum for?
It's honor. It's the honor that flag. They're disrespecting that flag.
But he wasn't even. The flag has been planted by his team. They were in Ohio State.
Right, but they were disrespecting the flag after they disrespected the stadium.
It doesn't matter. Why are you in the middle of that? Why are you in the middle of that?
Honest, I think he was probably crossing the field to like head into the tunnel or whatever, and he came across this melee because the melee took up the majority of the field. Like it was going on in lots of different parts.
I mean, they got pepper sprayed. Like, you know what I'm saying? Too. Like riot gear was brought out, man. Like, dog, why are you even in the middle of that?
Do you think that? Yeah, well, it's rivalry weekend.
Yeah, that's cool, but
why? Fights.
Yeah, what am I crossing the?
Okay,
like,
so you're just saying,
Jason, like you just had, you had University of Florida State play the game. Mike Norville, the head coach for Florida State, is the one that ripped down the University of Florida flag.
Okay, yeah.
And he threw the flag down and was like, "Man, get that flag out of here!" And and then when they showed the replay. When they showed the replay between the coaches and the way he was talking and the way he had his fingers pointed, the way he was like, you could tell by the way his hands were gestured that was not a polite conversation. There was no, hey, look here, coach. No, it was like,
Did you see Ryan Day just kind of observing from the side?
No.
The whole fight? Yeah, it showed like a picture of him just kind of like standing off the side, like watching it all go down.
Hey, just, like, what am I doing in the middle of that? There's no need for me to be in the middle of that.
I don't even know if I got a job after this.
Yeah.
11-1, I lost to Michigan. Supposedly people are saying my job's on the line.
Yeah, man. What am I going to do getting in the middle of that? What does that do? That doesn't help anything.
It does absolutely nothing.
Yeah, man. But Jason Avant, man, shout out to my dog, Jason Avant.
Hey, Jason Avant, back on the scene.
Hey, man.
People are talking.
Hey, dog. I mean, my dog went out there, he took the flag. He got the flag back.
You know what? I mean, my whole reaction to that was like, wow, it was very brave of you. And then second of all, I was like, that's Jason. There's a lot of school spirit there.
Yeah, a lot of school spirit.
I could just see him being like, hey, man, don't do that, guys. Come on.
Yeah, give me the flag. Like, why do you care about the flag? Why the flag had already been.
He came into the locker room like this.
I got the flag!
Everybody starts jumping around. Yeah. Dude, that's probably what happened.
He was celebrated.
That's probably what happened.
Okay. Yeah. I'll go with that.
What else are you going to get out of, the 5 and 6 years? 500, bro.
Yeah, dude. Hey, man, listen, dude. Hey, you went out there.
You take your wins where you
you take your win, man. That's cool. That's awesome. Yeah.
So we got Carolina coming up this week.
We got Carolina coming up this week, man. Hey.
We just need to continue our trajectory right now.
Yeah.
Play smart football. Don't panic. Defense. Keep doing your thing. Give the offense time to develop. And take care of the football. Take care of the football. Take it from them. Keep it in our hands.
Yeah, just keep playing the same style football that they've been playing so far. I think that we just keep staying on that trajectory. We'll be all right. I think that defense just continues to lead this team, which allow this offense to be run heavy. You know what I'm saying? For you to be run heavy, you got to have a really good defense. And that right there, our offense, the way our offense is running is a testament to what our defense is doing. Vic Fangio has done a really good job of bringing these guys together and getting everybody to play at the same level. So that allows our offense to be what it is.
Yeah. I agree with that. Right now, our defense is letting our offense develop because of their consistent play. Dude, I'm excited. I'm excited for another home game coming up.
Yeah.
We also start basketball season this weekend.
All right, cool.
So the kids, Coach Dad.
Coach Dad, man. There you go, dude. Never end the story, dude. Like at least for another, 6 years?
Yeah, probably something.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, that or just coaching from the bleachers, being that guy yelling.
You're going to be the guy in the trenches, dog. Once they get to high school, you can let them go.
Yeah, I mean, I can't. Yeah. You can't just expect to show up and coach a high school team because you're such and such's dad.
No, you definitely can't. You know what I'm saying? Like I had to learn that. You got to go take your seat. There's your seat up there.
Hey,
stay
we'll
quiet.
Take care of this down here.
Yeah,
this is what they hired us for.
Yeah,
we know what you did.
Yeah,
congratulations, sir.
We respect
all your successes.
Yeah. Oh yes.
And if you say something to us, we won't tell you to shut up, and we'll say
we will not, and just be like, all right, keep it moving.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, but you know what? That is an interesting dynamic because you're going to get ready to go through this. I'm already done now. My son just graduated. He's graduating. So.
I mean, you're not done.
With what?
He's still being coached at Lehigh.
Yeah, but once he relieves the college, like that's why during the recruiting process, I was very
involved about.
Yeah, let me talk to the coach. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to.
You're saying Lehigh's coaching staff very comfortable with.
Yeah, I'm comfortable with the coaching staff, and it is a decision that he wanted to make. You know what I'm saying? So, for me, I got to sit down with the coach, and I'm like, look, I want to watch film with you. I don't want to hear, oh yeah, we got this program. Yeah, nah, that's cool. Yeah, these buildings look awesome. Let's sit down in the meeting room. Let's watch some film. I want to see what you're teaching, and make sure that what you're teaching is sound. Because I want to be in a situation.
Because if he's asking me about what you're teaching them and it doesn't make sense, I can't. I'm going to be contradictory to you.
Yeah, I don't want to contradict what you're teaching.
Yeah.
I got him through the high school process. Now, once we go to college, I want to be able to say, all right, son, you're good here. If you need me, I can, I'm always watching your film. I can give you pointers. Yeah, I'm here for you.
Yeah.
But I can't go in there battling with a college coach about what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like I need to make sure that whatever you're teaching, we're kind of in alignment, and then we take it from there.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to be like, no, son, don't listen to him.
Yeah, I mean, you don't ever want to be in that situation because then you don't want your kid to be the kid on the team not listening to the coach.
Stressful. I want him to be able to enjoy his time, and I want to be able to just come watch the games, sit back, chill. I'm not going to be on the fence. Hey,
How often do you think this happens with kids, like where their dad or mom, whoever, is like sitting back, disagrees with something that's being taught, and then when they come home, they're like, hey, here, just don't listen to the coach and do this. You know what I mean? And just, I know what this is going to get you more points. If you just do this, no matter what the coach says, do this.
I'm sure it happens a lot.
You think so?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Especially if the parent is can see flaws in what the coach is teaching. I'm sure that happens a lot more than you think. Because one of the things that I do, like we watch a lot of film. And I'm going to make sure that when we come home, we're going to watch some game film, and we're going to watch whoever you got coming up next.
Yeah.
Just so that we can game plan it. You know what I'm saying? And of course, I'm like, look, man, make sure you always listen to what your coach is telling you. But this is the game plan that we're going in there with, and I taught him how to start preparing that way, so, I don't know. But I think that a lot of times you do see that where sometimes parents would be like, hey, yeah, no, do this, do that, because if they have a little bit more knowledge than that particular coach, it's going to be tough, dude.
But you can't do that because then you can't have your kid like being like the coach. Well, no, I'm going to do it like this because.
Never do that. I always tell the kid. I always tell my son, never do that for whatever reason. If I say something that is contradictory, that contradicts. Okay, cut all of that out. But if I say something that contradicts what your coach is saying,
thank you.
Then let that be just a coaching point that I have for you.
Yeah.
It definitely doesn't need to be something that's presented in front of the group. I don't want to try to embarrass who's, you know what I'm saying? Because there is a pecking order. You know what I'm saying? Respect the person that's above you.
You can't undermine authority.
No, never. You know, because there's nothing positive coming from that.
Right, 100%. That's the cab?
Yeah. Got it.
Well, let's finish up with this cab.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta find my way home. I'll put it in the GPS. I got lost on the way here.
This is a good cab. I like this.
Windy roads.
I love the windy roads in PA, man.
Yeah, I mean, dude.
I love driving over here.
Chester County is my favorite place to get lost in. If it happens, whatever.
I love driving over here. You know, like I think
this time of year, all the leaves are off the trees too, so you can see more of like the terrain, and the farms, and all the cool structures and stuff.
Yeah,
I do love it.
Yeah, I love driving over here.
You should move on over here, Trey.
I'm trying to, man. I'm trying to tell the missus, like, look here, you know, my son graduates.
What would be a big selling point for her?
I think she's good either way. Yeah,
you just gotta tell her where.
Yeah, I just got to find the right place.
Yeah.
So you know, I'm constantly searching.
Yeah.
That's one of the things I'm doing with my real estate license, just making sure that I'm keeping my eyes on, you know, just different areas. And then that's one of the things that I like about
that cab is so
doing our show is that we get to go and explore a lot of areas in New Jersey and PA that I normally wouldn't have thought of, you know, because, you know, there's no reason to come out there unless you know. So I think that this is one of the things that's been really cool about this is that I get to go and travel and just explore the different areas in PA and New Jersey.
Absolutely. I mean, it opens your eyes to stuff that you would never see.
And the drive here was awesome.
Yeah.
It was perfect for me. And, the way I got off the highway and then I took some back roads through Delaware and then came through.
Oh, so you came all the way down through Delaware?
Yeah. I like to take the long route. So I leave early. Whenever we get ready to do a show, I leave early.
That's called exploration. Right?
Yeah, so I take the exploration route.
There's some nice neighborhoods you drove up through from Delaware.
Yeah.
Really nice.
So,
all right. Well, like, subscribe. Thank you again to Zach and the Wayvine crew over here for having us. We appreciate it.
Yeah, this is awesome.
Yeah,
Go Birds!
Go Birds! Check us out next week. Cheers.
This show is brought to you by PPR Capital Management. Did you know there's a way to invest passively in real estate and get monthly income without dealing with tenants, maintenance, or property management? If you're an accredited or high net worth investor, you can earn cash flow without the headaches by investing in a private equity real estate fund. PPR Capital Management. With nearly $1 billion in assets under management, PPR has provided investors with steady, truly passive monthly income since 2007 without ever missing a payment. To learn more, check out pprcapitalmanagement.com/birds today. That's pprcapitalmgmt.com/birds.